Currently on the corner of Lindale and Robindale in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm going to preface this video first and foremost by saying there's not a lot of information readily available about this story. This story made the news here for like 15 seconds and then it totally disappeared. But it is strange, the circumstances and what took place. I know for a fact there is a lot more to this story than what I currently know right now. I will also state that if I get any of the facts wrong in this story, I will put it up on the screen, or I will at least say something in the comment section. So October 17th, 2025. So 38-year-old Deja Ketchum, originally from St. Louis, she lives somewhere in this area. And she has to wake up early tomorrow because she has to catch a flight out to St. Louis because she's having a 20-year class reunion. So on that night, her 19-year-old son tells her, hey, I'm going to meet this guy from Facebook Marketplace. I'm selling a jacket. Now, I don't know, honestly, 100% sure if this guy is selling the jacket or he's buying the jacket. I think he's selling the jacket. He's selling a Nike Tech jacket. So it's about 11:30, 11:45 at night, and he's gonna meet these guys that have been messaging him because they want to get this jacket, as the story goes. So she says, okay, but let me come with you because it's really late. Now, anybody thinking, why are you going to meet anybody to sell something at midnight? Las Vegas is a 24-hour town, so that's not unusual to me. However, what's unusual is what takes place during the meeting. So the mother says, all right, let's meet them at a public, location. So they meet at some kind of a shopping complex. Now she's driving, her son jumps out to exchange whatever business. And all of a sudden, her son runs back to the car. He's like, get the hell out of here, get out of here. They got guns. So they start fleeing the scene and they start driving down the street right here. And you got a few black guys driving a yellow pickup truck chasing them. Now, they would chase them right down the street, and you can still see the markings in the street showing where the trajectory of the crash took place. So you can see the green lines on the street right here, and you can see the green line over there showing the path of travel. So they're shooting at her vehicle as she's fleeing for her life. So the cars, they get into a crash right around here. And Deja, not wearing her seatbelt, I'm assuming, because she's probably so panicked, she wasn't even thinking about doing that. She gets ejected from the vehicle and basically dies on impact. And you can see the markings on the sidewalk, and she would have crashed right here. And you can see the markings right there. So this is exactly where she crashed. And you have signs saying justice for Deja, rest in peace. And somebody left some flowers right here. Now, according to some of the eyewitnesses, when they heard the crash, they seen several black men wearing dark clothing jumping out of that vehicle, and they started jumping these walls and running through people's backyards. And as the recording of this video, about 6 weeks have passed since this incident occurred. So this is an unsolved crime, and to me, this is a murder. And them shooting at the car tells me a couple different things possibly. I could be wrong, and like I said, I'll during the editing, if I have to, I'll say on the screen I'm wrong. I don't know if this was over a Nike Tech jacket, because when I first heard the story, I said, okay, how much was this jacket? I'm thinking this is like a $2,000 jacket. I went on Amazon and there's different designs of it, but it looks like it costs anywhere from $90 up to $130. So I see the story online, and then I see that a couple of AI channels had, our garbage AI channels, fake robot voices, were talking about this story. And I don't know if this guy was selling something else or they wanted to set him up and they didn't like him. Whatever happened, I don't know if the story with the Nike jacket is 100% true or not, but I do know this. A young woman lost her life tragically. And, again, you're going to have a lot of people saying like, oh, why, was she taking her son if she knew it was dangerous at that time of night? Why is she going with him? Like I said, Las Vegas, people do stuff like that all the time. However, whoever is responsible for this crime, man, you guys better not tell anybody that what happened, because when the police come looking for you, you're going to be locked away for a very, very, very long time. Currently, I'm in the back of the archery range at Trosper Park here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. So I'm going to take you back about 45 years or so. So it's about 1 p.m., September 13th, 1981. So a father and son, they come to the park to, just mess around, shoot some arrows, what have you. So they decide to come back of the range and just kind of explore the area that I'm kind of doing right now. So as they're walking toward a trail, a thought comes into both of their minds at the same time. Ew, it smells really bad here. It smells like something died. But it's not the same kind of smell that a dead animal would give off. So as they get closer, to their shock and horror, they see a human body decomposed, wearing a bunch of jewelry. So they immediately run back to a payphone to call the police. So the police come out here and they see a body on the ground. They can tell it's female. They don't know how long she's been dead. It looks like about maybe at least 2 or 3 days. And they notice that there's a lot of jewelry on this body. Now, whoever this person is had a very fascinating fondness for wearing jewelry. So they would take her to the coroner's office, and later she's identified as Camilla Ann Sullivan. There wasn't a whole lot of information involved in this case. About 2 weeks after Camilla's body was found, a sketch artist did this composite sketch of a person that is believed to have witnessed the crime. Now, I don't know if this guy was going around different neighborhoods saying that he had seen her be murdered, but this guy looks like, the sketch anyway is about in his mid-40s, so chances of him still being alive are basically slim to nil. If anybody has any information on the unsolved murder of Camilla Ann Sullivan, please contact the Oklahoma Police Department, 405-297-1000. That's 405-297-1000.